So what is happening right now is the American people are struggling. We know 166 million people here in the United States are in financial trouble. And this is just part of the equation. Right now, we know credit card debt is surpassing savings. We now have more credit card debt than we do savings. This is a huge shift, a 180 turn from where we were about 2 years ago. But that was also a time when we were getting stimulus checks, when we were getting additional unemployment benefits. Well, it's all gone. We are not getting any additional stimulus checks. We're not getting unemployment benefits that are pretty much extended beyond our current benefits. That's not what's happening. Savings is gone. Equity is evaporating quickly. It doesn't matter if it's in your home or in a car. Your equity is almost gone. I talked to somebody just the other day. They said they bought their house in 2020. Well, guess what? They now are upside down in their home loan because now they owe more than what their home is actually worth. That is how you know your equity is evaporating, especially if you bought your house in 2020. We also know wages. These wage increases that we were getting before, well, now they're few and far between. And the American people are hurting. We now see this. Many people said here on this channel over the past year that things are going to get better. And things have gotten a little bit better, but not as far as savings or inflation. But it's not just because of inflation that the American people are hurting. Don't get me wrong, inflation is brutal. But it's how long inflation has drug on over the past couple of years. This is what is hurting the American people. Here's what I can tell you. The U.S. population had enough savings to withstand inflation if it was transitory like the Federal Reserve once said. It said for the good part of a year. The Federal Reserve and the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell came on almost every couple of weeks. And he said inflation is transitory. It is transitory. Don't worry, it will go back to normal because it is transitory. Well, inflation is stuck. Inflation has been sticking. It is in everything from food to utilities, cars, services, and so much more. Well, here's what we know. In a recent survey, it found that the typical household is spending $395 more per month due to inflation. Let me ask you this. Is your household spending $395 or more per month because of inflation? I will start and I will tell you yes. My household spends more than $395 more because of inflation. And let me know down in the comment section below. And if you know how much more you are spending, let me know that as well. Now, this is very problematic since most Americans aren't even bringing in an additional $395 per month, which means they're actually operating at a loss every single month. They're having to put their expenses on a credit card. They're having to default on a debt because they can't pay it yet. And so every single month, they're getting further and further behind. That's a problem. Now, if you look at wage increases over the past year, it is sitting at negative 1.8%. Yeah, we got over 6% inflation currently. If you look at Social Security recipients received an 8.7% cost of living adjustment. But that isn't even enough. Honestly, the stuff that people on Social Security are paying for, it's up more than 8.7%. Now, if you look at the CPI number as a whole, 6.4%, yeah, it's not looking too bad. You're thinking I got a huge cost of living adjustment of 8.7%. But then you factor in, well, is that really what you're paying? The 6.4%? The answer is no. Food is up, 10.1% year over year? That's crazy. And think about this. An 8.7% cost of living adjustment for Social Security, the average increase was $142 a month. Do you remember I just said the average, the typical household here in the United States is paying an additional $395 a month. So that $142, that's not even half. Okay? That's like a quarter of it. Now, the truth is that our power has gone away. As employees, it's gone away, right? As just citizens, it's gone away. Employees don't have the power that we once did. Our purchasing power as a result of credit is dwindling down. And most people, they can't even count on their own income anymore. Think about this, okay? Let me feed you this number, this statistic. Did you know that more than 50% of the U.S. population makes less than $32,000 per year? It's 52%, and I believe it's like $31,300. 52% of the U.S. population, okay, makes less than $32,000 per year. That's like 166 million people that are in financial trouble simply because they don't make enough money. But what options do they have? Do they go and get another job? They could. Do they go and ask for a raise? It's possible. But is the probability that they're going to get it? No, it's not. But this number is staggering. When 166 million people here in the United States are making less than $32,000 per year, that's a problem. Especially when the median house costs $400,000. You can't afford to buy a house. With a $32,000 income, you can't afford to buy a house. And in many cities, you can't even afford to rent if you only have one income. A one-income household is going to be just pretty much decimated over the next year, simply because of the rise in prices, the purchasing power, the wage increases that we're likely not going to see. This is going to hurt millions and millions of Americans. But let me ask you this question. Did you know this? 36% of Americans have more credit card debt than they do savings. This is why I bring this up. For most people, they have a savings account and they have a checking account. That's what the majority of Americans have. Do you know how much is in savings? For many people, zero. They can count the amount of money they have savings on one hand. Okay? They don't even need fingers to do it. Zero. That is what they have. And that is a problem, especially when credit card debt is soaring. Credit card debt is now the highest level we have ever seen. This, again, is troublesome because what if we lose our jobs? What if we can't go and tap the equity from our homes? And what do? Are our cars paid off? Right now we're seeing auto loan delinquencies at record highs as well. This is something we haven't seen in years. This is a problem. Right now the American people are struggling. And the reason why I bring all this up is because we are being told that things are fine. Don't worry, things are fine. The economy is perfectly fine. We're hearing from realtors saying now is a great time to go and buy a home. Now is a perfect time to move. Go buy new furniture because, it's just record low prices. Well, they may be low prices, but when you have to put that expense on a credit card because you can't afford it, is it really affordable? No. Again, all this is gone. Our savings is gone. Stimulus is gone. Our equity is going away quickly. And if everything's gone, why do we continue to spend? Well, here's what's going to happen tomorrow. We are going to see another inflation report. Okay, we're going to have a good idea of what it's looking like moving forward. I believe we're getting the PCE report. I believe there's another one coming out as well tomorrow around 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I will bring you an update on what's going on there. But here's one thing I can tell you. Moving forward, the Federal Reserve is going to be looking at everything. We're also going to see some people, and most likely the lower income and middle income households, are going to be impacted the most. As they are impacted, we are going to see spending drop. We're going to see defaults increase. We're going to see repossessions. Those will increase. And the economy is going to struggle even more than it is currently struggling. So, if you don't believe me, just wait. Don't spend any money. Don't go buy anything. Just wait. Conserve your cash. Save your money. Be ready because things are going to get worse. And that will be the time that you can step in and you can start to buy maybe real estate, maybe stocks, other investments, and then you can actually put yourself on a path to true wealth building over the next few years. So that's my advice to you. Don't buy anything, just wait, be patient, and I will keep you updated on everything that's going on. All I ask is if you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor, go ahead, hit that like button, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.